First, we'll put both our hands up against each other's. Now, keep your eyes closed and lean your whole weight on me.
Are you sure this is something you learned in your acting class?
Yeah, it's an exercise in trusting each other.
But I trust you completely, Jimmy. We've been going steady for 2 weeks, and you haven't once tried to put a hammer lock on me.
Come on. I won't let you fall.
Wow! This is wild.
Hey, there's another exercise that's a groove. It's called touch and feel.
Is it something I'm old enough to like and my father won't?
Now, cool it. Now, just cool it and keep your eyes closed and do what I do.
Okay. Hey, this is groovy.
All right. Now let's go down to the shoulders.
Over my dead body.
Daddy, when did you come in?
Between your lips and your Adam's apple.
Jimmy, you came here to do homework with Sally.
This is homework for my acting class.
What part are you studying for, Jack the Ripper?
Hey, we weren't doing anything wrong. It's just an exercise in touch and feel.
Don't give me that mod double talk. In my day, it was called Let's Play Doctor.
You don't understand at all. Jimmy is just teaching me to trust.
After I've spent years teaching you not to?
You've got the wrong idea. Jimmy, show Daddy the trusting bit.
Love to. Now, you see, the idea is, it's very hard to get one human being to trust another.
I can understand if the other human being is you.
Now, there's where you're wrong. Here, put your hands up against mine.
Oh, I just love patty cake.
Now, I know that you don't approve of me, but I still trust you.
Hey!
You see, it never occurred to you to let me fall.
I wouldn't make book on that.
Wait a minute. All right, now you lean on me just like I leaned on you.
I think we've done this.
Oh, go on, Paul. It's the least you can do after all the insinuations we've made.
No, all right.
Put your full weight on him, Daddy. He won't drop you.
Hello? Oh, yes, Fletcher, he's here. It's your father, Jimmy. He wants to talk to you.
I'm sorry, Mr. Sims.
Got a good mind. And second thought, if I had a good mind, I wouldn't fall for a teenager.
Good morning, sweetheart.
Morning. Morning, Dad. Morning.
Good morning, Daddy.
It's morning, and that's as far as I'll go. Spent the whole night dreaming about Jimmy.
Why are you so uptight about him?
Because he's always hanging around ogling Sally. And I don't like the looks of his ogle.
Now, Paul, I think you're being too hard on Jimmy. After all, we've known his father for years. He's a respectable man, a professional man, a dentist.
A dentist is just a guy who couldn't play golf well enough to make it as a doctor. And Jimmy's like his father. He's always trying to pull something.
Daddy, you're too much. Sally's only 14.
When we were 14, we got spanked for playing spin the bottle.
That's the trouble with people your age. You're sexually inhibited.
That's right, Barbara. I keep forgetting the stork brought you. What's that?
That's Jimmy and Sally having a quiet relationship.
You don't have to shout.
This discotheque is closed. Don't you have a home near here?
Sure, but my dad kicked me out. He likes to quiet around the house on Saturday mornings.
You ought to book your act into his office. Then he couldn't hear the screams of his victims. I tell you, this whole generation's got to be deaf.
I just have the usual amplifier, Mr. Sims. A 6-inch tweeter and a 12-inch woofer.
Oh, you have a woofer and a tweeter? Where's your putty cat?
And now, don't get uptight, Daddy. Jimmy just dropped by to take me to a rock festival.
What rock festival?
My group's playing there, Kook and the Three Cumbers.
And I have to ask which one you are. Whatever happened the bubble guy, Lawrence Well.
Where is this rock festival?
At Laguna.
Laguna? Why, that's 140 miles away.
I was going to tell you when I came back. I just didn't want to worry you.
Oh, we're not worried. You know why?
Why?
Because you're not going. I know about those rock festivals. It's 50,000 kids trying to go on a trip without leaving the grass. They're not music lovers. What they really love is playing touch and grab in a cow pasture.
All I need for kicks is my music.
What's that you're eating?
A brownie. When I play, I have to keep my energy level high.
I'll bet.
These are just ordinary brownies. My grandmother made them.
Who's your grandmother, Alice B. Toklas?
Daddy, you have no right to talk to Jimmy like that. Those brownies are as square as you are.
And you have no right to talk to your father like that. Fathers have to be square. They've got curved daughters.
Now, can you make a big deal out of something?
Don't you dare sink your teeth into that until I try it first. Martha, if I freak out, lock me in my room till I get normal.
How will I know?
It's like two.
Well, what's that?
What's a piece of tortoise shell doing in a brownie?
Wow, I must have dropped one of my guitar picks in the dough.
I could have swallowed that.
I'm sure glad you didn't. It cost me 75 cents.
It's going to cost you $20 because that's what your dad charges for a filling.
I'm sorry.
Now, you get out of here before I kick in your tweeter.
Daddy, you have no right to talk to Jimmy that way. We're going steady.
You were going steady, and I don't want that kooky cucumber in this house again.
Now, Paul.
Martha, they've been seeing too much of each other. Familiarity breeds more than contempt.
Sure. Make jokes while my heart's breaking.
Now, don't look at me like I'm the heavy. She's too young to go steady.
Darling, girls mature earlier these days. They're doing everything earlier.
Yeah.
Why, they can even vote when they're 18.
I'm not worried about voting. When a girl votes, all she gets is a president.
There you are, dear.
Oh, hi, Daddy.
Hi, Barb.
Hi, Dad.
Holly?
Hi, sweetheart. Oh, Fletcher Lyons phoned. He's going to drop in to talk to you about Jimmy.
How thrilling.
Here, have a martini.
Hold the olive. I'll need every drop I can get. Where's Sally? Still sulking in her cell?
She did the same thing she's been doing for the last 3 days. Came home from school and went to her room.
Can't believe she won't talk to me. Kids, you love them, you protect them, put braces on their teeth, and the moment you give them a little advice, they turn on you like a mad dog.
You mean a woofer, don't you?
Your sense of humor's like your head. Flat.
The problem is you tried to control Sally's life, and she resents it.
I'm not trying to control her life. I just want to know where she is, who she's with, and what she's doing.
I'll get it. It's probably the doctor.
Oh, the tooth fairy. I'd like to talk to him alone. Could you two find something else to do?
Oh, sure. And, if we find it, don't wait dinner for us.
Hello, Fletch.
Hello, Paul.
Care for a martini, Fletcher?
No thanks, Martha. Martinis make me say things I regret. The first thing I regret is that I said I don't want a martini. I'll have one after Paul and I have talked.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go start dinner. And don't snitch on me to Gloria Steinem.
That's so important that you want to talk to me sober.
It's about Jimmy.
I'd like to talk about him, too. My tooth's been sensitive ever since he cost me my filling.
Gamesmanship, eh, Paul? You try to make me feel guilty about your tooth before I can make you feel guilty about Jimmy.
If you think it's gamesmanship, cast your eye on this vacant molar.
All right, open up. Let me have a look. I notice your gums are receding. It's like your hair.
You always have something humorous to say when you got your fingers in my mouth. Someday I'm going to bite you right out of business.
That filling's nothing. You come in tomorrow morning. I'll take care of it. You know, Paul, I envy you. I really do. It's not easy raising a boy without a mother.
More gamesmanship, Fletch? Well, it won't work. Jimmy is barred from Sally and my refrigerator.
Paul, have mercy on the boy. Ever since you broke those two up, he hasn't been himself.
Congratulations.
No, it's no joke, Paul. He wouldn't even go to the rock festival with his group.
Good. I saved his grandmother a batch of brownies.
You know what it meant to me to get him out of the house for a couple of days. My new red-headed nurse was coming over to cook for me, and I was going to check out her bicuspid.
That's something new. A dentist with a bedside manner.
I think I'll have that martini now.
Fine.
You know what it's like when you're trying to be romantic and your lovesick kid is in the next room rocking the place with his guitar and wailing, "The gal I dig done dug another digger." Quack, quack, quack. Aside from his music, my son's a decent boy.
I'll tell you how decent he is. I caught him doing his acting lessons on my daughter's chest.
What chest?
What do you expect from a 14-year-old? Rockwell Welch?
Stop pretending she's a sex symbol. If that's what Jimmy wanted, he'd find somebody who wasn't built like an ironing board.
Take that back.
Oh, don't talk to me like that.
All right, then stop making crackers about my daughter.
Paul?
Get your hands off me. Don't shove me around, you lunkhead lawyer.
And you apologize, you dirty dentist.
Now, stop it. The both of you.
You've got your fingers in my house for the last time. Martha, you ruined my coat. Don't you touch her. Save your energy for your red-headed nurse.
Wait, Daddy, listen. We just found this note from Sally. She's run away from home.
Read that, Martha.
This note she left, officer. Dear Daddy, So I'm running away, and I'm never coming back. Not even for my allowance.
We won't even go back for money. We've lost her for good.
Who's this Howie?
He's our son-in-law.
And if I get my hands on him, there's going to be another missing person.
You wouldn't worry. Kids always threaten to stay away forever, but they never do.
I think you'd take this more seriously if you had a daughter of your own.
I have a daughter of my own. But no matter what I do, she won't run away from home.
Officer, why don't you send out an all-points bulletin or something?
Look, call me in 23 hours, and then she'll be officially missing.
23 hours? But anything could happen to her in that time.
Take a look at that girl. What would happen if some sex fiend sees her?
Nothing.
What's your badge number?
Look, Mr. Sims, my hands are tied. It's a law that you can't look for missing persons for 24 hours.
But that means she could be out all night.
Well, I wouldn't worry. A lot of them end up in an all-night movie.
Oh, that's terrible. She'll be with all those creeps.
Well, evidently she prefers it to here.
You'd better hurry. You'll miss Adam 12.
About finding a missing person.
Martha, he's too worn out from putting chalk marks on tires.
Well, at least I know where my daughter is tonight.
We had to get to Don Rickles of Precinct 5.
Hello? Sally, are you all right? Where are you? She won't tell me.
What do you mean you won't tell us? Now, I order you to tell me. Now, baby, don't hang up. Why don't you come home and we'll talk it over like two adults? What do you mean one adult is missing?
Is she all right?
Of course she's all right. She's insulting me. Look, sweetheart, you come back and I promise you can go steady with Jimmy again. What? Don't you dare talk to me like that. Don't hang up. Sally, stop. The little ironing board hung up.
Oh, darling, what did she say to you?
When I told her she could go steady with Jimmy, she said I was lying. Wonder how she knew.
Do you have any idea where she was calling from?
I think from a movie I heard someone ask for more butter on their popcorn.
Well, at least we know she's safe.
I'm disappointed in that girl. She just can't keep running away all her life. The only way to solve a problem is to stay and live with it.
I know. That's why I never ran away from home.
Forget it, Martha. Your legs aren't what they used to be.
Neither are your teeth.
I thought Miss Ellen was bad. I bit right down on my bad tooth.
Oh, darling, you really should go to Fletcher and get that filling tomorrow.
The way things are, I don't trust him.
Don't be silly. He's not going to hurt you just because he's mad at you.
Why not? He hurts me when he isn't mad at me. Oh, thank you, nurse.
Oh, morning, Paul. Sit down. Oh, let's not sit in the itsy-bitsy chair. You might fall down and go boom. Come on, let's sit in the big boy's chair. There we go. I'll just put this bib on you so you don't drool all over your sweater.
It's nice of you to squeeze me in. I know how busy you dentists are.
Martha tells me you're in terrible pain. I couldn't wait to see you.
There's no hard feelings about the other day, Arthur.
I never mix my personal feelings with my professional life.
Fine. I'll come back some other time. I've seen the Mark of Zorro.
Oh, no. We have to do this right now. My nurse already validated your parking ticket.
What are you trying to do? Give me a whiplash?
If I do, I know you'll take care of it. You're on intimate terms with a crooked lawyer.
I'm also good at breach of promise suits. If you ever get lucky with that nurse.
It only happened. Here. I'm just going to swab your mouth a little bit. Open wide. This won't hurt. There you go.
Are you sure you have to give me that Novocaine?
Paul, you are my patient. My only intent is to kill the pain. Now, open wide. Oh, Grandma, what a big mouth you have.
All the better to break up teenage children with, my dear.
I don't know what you're complaining about. Sally ran away. You still have Jimmy.
That's what I'm complaining about. Are you getting numb?
From your jokes, yes.
Well, we'll just smooth off the edges. We'll grind a little first.
Aren't you going to wait to see if the nerve is numb?
We'll find out. Doesn't seem to be numb yet.
Why don't you try an African blowgun?
Don't worry. After I put these things in your mouth, you'll be all ready.
I want you to know, before you go any further, the DA knows I'm here.
Relax, Paul. Bite on those. Oh, nurse. Nurse, could you come in here and assist me? Wait till you get a load of my new nurse.
Hi, Daddy.
Sure. Relax, Paul. Relax. These drills have a way of going through a jawbone when a patient moves too much.
Oh, now I know you must be wondering where I've been. Well, first I went to a movie, and then I spent the night sleeping in your car in the garage.
And this morning she came over and had breakfast with Jimmy and me.
And Dr. Lyons thought that this would be the perfect time to talk to you, because you couldn't answer back.
No. Paul, don't you move around like that. You're going to wind up with 3 nostrils.
Now, I have a compromise to suggest. Do you want to hear it?
One finger, hold up one finger for yes, 2 fingers for no. And let me tell you, no's make me very nervous. Oh, good, that's a yes.
I won't go steady with Jimmy anymore. I'll see other boys, but I'll see Jimmy, too.
Oh, nurse, do you think that tooth should come out? Your father's very reasonable. You know, Paul, I hope the enemy never gets you. You'd give away all our secrets.
Thanks, Daddy.
Don't thank me. The deal's off.
But you said...
Forget Forget it. Any statement made under duress or Novocaine won't hold up in court.
That's not fair.
What's fair about forcing agreement out of me with a drill and a fencing needle?
Well, if you ask me...
I'm not asking you, and I don't need any advice on how to raise my daughter. I'm going to work, and when I get home, you better be there.
Okay, but I'll never smile again.
Hey, Paul! I haven't filled your cavity.
Work on the one in your head.
What do you think?
I think we better think of something else.
I feel like running away from home forever. Can I come live with you?
Only if you can get Jimmy to run away.
Hey, don't give up, Sally. I've got another idea. How would you like a date with an older man?
Mom and Dad are coming up the walk.
Take your hands off my daughter, you teenage werewolf.
Oh, hi, Daddy. This is my friend, Whip Watson.
Whip?
That's my hobby.
And I suppose this is your motorcycle on my rug.
Whip is one of the devil's angels.
Wait a minute. How old are you?
25, or 26, or 27.
Don't you know?
No, man, don't have no birth certificate.
Well, where were you born?
Pittsburgh, or Allentown, or Philadelphia.
You don't know?
I was born on a chopper somewhere along the Pennsylvania Turnpike.
Do you realize my daughter's only 14?
Hey, what's the sweat, man? By the time she's 25, I'll be 36, or 37, or 38. That's a cool age difference.
You get out of here this second and take that chrome-plated mixmaster with you.
Daddy, I'm in love with Whip. He's gonna paint me nude.
He's gonna paint you what? You! Get out before I have you arrested for child pollution!
You were right, Howie. He is an uptight dude.
I should have known you'd know this greasy Reiner.
Whip is an upstanding citizen. He teaches Jimmy's drama class.
Good evening, Mr. Sims.
We just pulled this act to show you how unreasonable you are.
Okay. I'm running up the white flag. Go date Jimmy. You two deserve each other. Try not to get locked into each other's braces.
Thanks, Mr. Sims. And Howie, you were right. It worked.
Oh, Dad, you don't need a drink. 500 years from now, all this will seem relatively unimportant.
Darling, who are you calling?
A mortuary. How tall are you?
The Paul Lynde Show was filmed before a live audience.